Morning. Welcome back. Back in Jersey. Feeling a teeny bit more rested. Not really. Morning. Welcome back. Happy Monday. So, normally I would be at the office, but I got lucky and I have today off because Hugh and I need to catch up. After being away for a week and a half between the two trips, actually it's been almost 2 weeks. We are so far behind, so we have to unpack from the expo today, do inventory, do ordering. I am going to get through the few hundred emails that are sitting in my inbox today. That is one of my goals. And do laundry and catch up on all that kind of stuff. So we had an excellent, excellent event. I think this is the largest World of Pets Expo. We've been going for at least 5 years, and this was the most crowded I think it's ever been. It was really crazy. And I'm so thankful to have Hugh to work in the booth because he worked like a one-armed paper hanger all weekend while I was speaking and doing my seminar. And the small group seminar was excellent. And we'll do it again next year. May do a slightly different format so that we can figure out how to get more people in. But we had an excellent group and it worked out really well, and I think everybody got a lot out of it. So I certainly enjoyed it. It was a great group of people, and brought home the basket of Australian goodies that I will share with my parents because they've been to Australia. So we'll see how much of the stuff they recognize. So yeah, Tammy, we miss seeing you because you're always you're always a barrel of laughs. You're good entertainment for us. So probably the question that I got asked or that we got asked the most this weekend revolved around allergies. I think that allergies are the number one problem that people have with their pets. And what's most frustrating to me, well, a couple things. It's frustrating to me that veterinarians really do have a very limited toolbox. I mean, they have steroids, they have antihistamines, they have immunosuppressants. And that's kind of what they have available, and they have chemical filled shampoos, and then they have prescription diets, and that's what, gets offered. So some of the people, were going through all of that and seeing, varying degrees of improvement. Um, but then there were other people who came and said, "Oh, I'm not going to spend the money on, a dermatologist." I get it. I kind of personally, I feel like the dermatologist isn't always needed if we can get the diet right. I don't send people to the dermatologist from my office, so I can get not spending the money on that. Um, but when I ask people, what are you feeding? Oh, I've tried everything, and I'm feeding a limited ingredient, whatever. And the the answer is if you are still having an itchy pet and you've just jumped from one dry food to another dry food to another dry food. You haven't tried everything. And there were a few times over the weekend where Hugh and I really made ourselves blue in the face, trying so hard. It's kind of what we talk about every day. We try to educate people, and sometimes they're just not ready to hear what we have to say. And, Hugh was talking about it on the way home and saying he was, frustrated by a couple of people who, no matter what answer we gave, they had an equal and opposite answer. Oh, that won't work. Oh, that didn't work. I already tried that. That didn't work. And, when you finally get down to, no, seriously, I just want you to put rabbit and butternut squash in a crock pot. Oh, I can't do that. Okay, can you put a pork tenderloin and squash in the crock pot? I can't do that. Okay, we haven't tried everything then, and I'm kind of done with the conversation. It gets, so, believe me, I understand the frustration when you guys are trying to talk to your neighbors with their itchy dogs and you're trying to, educate people that are standing there with stuff in their grocery cart. Sometimes they're just not at that point where they're ready to listen, and there's a large, really large percent of the population that just wants a quick fix, and they just want an easy answer, and they want a pill to fix it. Or a spray. I mean, one woman, she was insistent that she wanted a spray. Well, don't you have a spray that I could use on them? I said, well, I have some shampoos that'll help. I've got a healing clay shampoo. Oh, no, don't you just have a spray? And, it's just, people want the easy fix. I get it. Our life is incredibly busy. It's really crazy. If I had 7 itchy allergy dogs, I'd want a quick fix and a quick pill too. But we started out with 7 itchy allergy dogs, and we have a quick fix. They eat homemade food, and they do really, really, really well. And sometimes it's hard to convince people that food really is the root of the problem and the root of the fix. And there were a lot of people that we did convince this weekend, and we sold a lot of the new book, the Yin and Yang. I signed a lot of books this weekend, so I think we converted some people, and I think we helped a lot of people. And it was just a great, 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 great educational weekend. Yeah, it's frustrating. So, what's the time period recommended between testing proteins to see if there's a sensitivity? It kind of depends, Tammy. I have found that I can almost do 2 within a week. So if I give 1 and I go 3 to 4 days and we haven't seen anything, we can probably see if there's something else. There are, the dermatologist will tell you, oh, you have to wait, 4 to 6 weeks in between proteins. Once I get the system cleaned out, I find that I don't usually have to wait that long. In your case, if we're talking about Gracie May, I think it's Gracie May, I would probably wait at least a week just to make sure that she's doing okay with everything, in between, trying something different. So, once their system is cleaned out, when you add in something that doesn't agree, you usually get a pretty quick response that is either a yay or nay. So, but it was worth the frustration. You were planting seeds in people's minds. Yeah, I mean, that's what we did. And my seminars, the unpaid seminars on heart disease, we did diarrhea, and we did pot for pets. Those were well received as well. I had veterinarians in the audience. I had veterinary personnel in the audience. So that's always good. We're reaching veterinarians too, and none of them booed or hissed or so I think that either they were already holistic, or we were making some inroads, or they were just very polite. So it was all good. All right. Well, Hugh and I have docs immediately blamed food when Cody's T4 came back elevated. All 3 dogs are fed the same food, and their T4 results are normal. Really, docs? Yeah, exactly. I had somebody in my audience when we were talking about diarrhea, and she was obviously not a raw feeder. She had a small dog, and she said she took her small dog in for diarrhea, and she had accidentally given the dog a freeze-dried raw treat. So, of course, the veterinarians jumped on, it was the raw food. Oh my gosh, you tried to kill your dog with the raw food. And I said, no, my dogs eat raw food every day. They've been eating it for 10 years. That's, you may or may not have had a treat that was contaminated. That may or may not have been the root of the problem. I said, but please don't be afraid to feed your dog a high quality processed, freeze-dried raw treat or, dehydrated treats. Scare tactics still going on. Oh yeah, these dogs are exhausted. Pookie slept like a rock all night. It was so nice. Jennifer, if you've tried raw and it gives your poodles diarrhea, their digestive system can't handle it, so you could do gently cooked or a home-cooked meal. Judy, when I'm talking about cleaning them out, it's when we get them so that they're not reacting to the food. So rabbit diet for 4 to 6 weeks or whatever novel protein we're using. Day 68 of goat milk cleanse. Amazing. Have a great day.